Okay. Hey, how's it going? My name is Giovanni Martelli, and I'm going to be telling you how to make at least $3,000 in a month. So, also, you have absolutely nothing. And there's no gun pointed to my head or anything like that. It's just a realistic way of making 3 grand in a month. That's like no bullshit, no fluff. But guess what? You're gonna have to work for it. But not the tradition, not like the whole you got to make an ad agency. Da, 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 da. Although that is very doable, it's a thing. But this is for the people who have literally no money. I mean, you are fat out broke. You've lost your job. Your wife hates you, and you're in the process of moving out of your apartment. Like, life is shit. Okay, this is for you. Ooh, okay. So I'm doing this because I live. I'm basing my mind around this as though you live in New York. Uh, One of these pieces of the situation only works if you live in New York, but the other two you can do anywhere. But I just wanted to make it as real for where I live. If you also live in New York, you can do this too. All right. So, step number one, which is the New York way of doing it. If you don't want this way, just skip ahead. Um, you lose your job. Normally, what happens in New York, as long as you didn't do anything crazy to lose your job, sometimes you get fired, you get laid off, types of shit happens. You get what's called unemployment. That kicks in about 2 to 3 weeks after you lose your job. Normally, you get your last paycheck, and you apply for the unemployment. Your job will give you the paperwork that you need. You apply for it, and with the unemployment, it says clear as day when you go on the website that you can have a small business with the unemployment, so it won't infringe. I would strongly recommend not taking the entirety of that unemployment though, because it ranges. You can get anywhere. I think it's from like $100 a week, upwards of $300 a week, depending on a bunch of different factors. But that's step number one. But that takes a little long. You'll be getting that money in about 3 weeks, which we want the money now. But that's kind of like the safety net version of this, which you can still, of course, apply for if that scenario works. Bro, this is the second time. That's how that works. But if you want money a little bit quicker, you gotta think a little bit outside the box. And a lot of you guys might have clicked off of the video right now because there's not a lot of big things. It's just something for you to take notes. Option number two: sell everything you own. It's just what it is. Sell everything you own that you do not need anymore. I mean, if you don't need it, it's not. Hold on. It's just in my camera right now. If you don't need it, my friend, it's gone. Clothes, sneakers, pots, pans, um, your Xbox, your PS2 or PS3, like hell, even PS2s and shit like that. Those things sell very well. You get rid of it, because chances are, if you realize, hey, I've hit rock bottom. This shit sucks. You can get all that shit back later once you re up. You probably even get a better version of those consoles that you had. They might not have all the nostalgic memories that you might have on those things, but guess what? This is your time to sell. So we're selling, selling, and selling some more. Sell, flip, sell, flip, sell, flip. That's all this is. You can do research online. There's a bunch of different videos out there that tell you how to do that. I'm not going to break down in depth what you need to do, but the general idea is we need money in our pocket. We need money in our pocket, and we need it now. So the best way you're gonna get some bread, my friend, I wouldn't recommend selling to a pawn shop because you're gonna get the least back on your return. But Facebook Marketplace is gonna be your best friend. Craigslist again gonna be your best friend, and then we're actually gonna get into Craigslist a little bit more later. But Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist are gonna be your best friends. Mercari and stuff like that. Those things are good too, like OfferUp and things like that. Those all work. But we're not really trying to ship anything. Like you can't afford to really ship anything unless somebody's paying you money. We're not trying to give any of the money we make away. Unless we're investing it into us, we're not trying to give any of it away. Okay, cool. Also, since you're able to watch the internet, I'm assuming that you have a phone. Did it really give me an ad? It gave me a fucking ad, bro. Shit, man. Anyways, but yeah, I'm assuming that you don't have like the means to ship anything, because that means you have to be spending money to do what you need to do. But yeah, sell, 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 sell. Now, within these first 2 weeks, you should have accomplished everything I've told you to do, which was um, go sell everything off and apply for unemployment. Oh, I told you I was going to give you 3 options. Third option is get another job. You have no money. These are the only 3 ways I can guarantee you will have money by before the end of the month, which is another $1,000 that you didn't have. Because most jobs, if you're working part time, you should be able to make at least $1,000 in 2 weeks. That's $500 of you working Monday through Friday, whatever hours you're working. You should be able to make that in a week. If a company that you're working for will not pay you $500, there's labor law issues. So you probably shouldn't be working for them. But that's option number 3. Get a new job. There's tons of part-time jobs out there. And yeah. All right. So we've gone through steps number 1. Now, step number 2. I'm assuming you probably don't want to go back to work and you want to start working from this great place we call home. COVID introduced a lot of work at home jobs that you can go ahead and get to. I might put a link down in the description to help you find some online jobs. But again, we're not trying to work a job anymore. So this is when we pivot. This is when you're gonna start using your phone and your computer to start guaranteeing you money. These are the main apps that you're gonna need on your phone, okay? And they're gonna be important for what I'm about to explain. So you're gonna need Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Craigslist, which we downloaded earlier, Fiverr, and Upwork. Specifically, the freelancer Upwork, because they have 2 apps. They have client and freelancer. Okay, so I just gave you a bunch of different ways, pretty much, to connect yourself to somebody. On Facebook Marketplace, we're selling all of our things to make money. On YouTube, we're making videos talking about how we're poor, but we're hustling. And this is very, 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 very important. This is probably the most important step out of anything you're doing, because you're doing what's known as building a personal brand. Now, you're probably thinking I'm going to plug in some course right now. No, this is just genuinely what I think a lot more people should be doing. Like, stop being afraid to be on the internet. that's just the gist of what I'm going to say. Like, there's so many people who have proven to us that sitting in front of a camera, being themselves, makes you rich. Somebody out there wants to watch your life. And get over it. Big Brother has been watching us for centuries and making shows out of us, bro. Like, why not paint yourself in a good light? If you're going to be scared to do it, it's the same mentality of being scared to be broke. You understand that you're broke. You understand that you need to sell everything that you need to sell to get where you need to get to. Just got to do it. And I assure you, when you start building this personal brand, people will follow. People will ask questions. People will say, how did you go from that to that? This is literally your rags to riches story. You want to know something crazy about this story? I did it. Yep, I moved here. I moved to New York from Miami, got a job, got laid off. Sucked. But you know what I had to do to bounce back? I had a camera. I took photos, made videos. It generated me income. I made my first $5,000 in a month making videos and photos. It is not impossible. You'd be surprised if you sit and take the time out to work, what you can achieve. I'm not here to sell you some course and tell you do this and do that. Now, if you want my help, I guess we can do the whole sign up to book me for a call. I don't even know how to fully do that shit yet, but that's okay. You know why? Because there's a video on YouTube that I can go watch to learn how to do it. And that's what I want to get at. So this is the next thing I need you to learn. Since we downloaded Fiverr, Upwork, and Craigslist, Preferably, I want you to kind of lean towards Craigslist because Craigslist is local. So that means you can find people near you that need your services, pretty much. So there's going to be people out there that probably need their videos edited, done that before, and they'll pay you for it. And you'd be surprised what you can make, in a day. You know what I mean? You might have a job, and most of these you could probably do at home. You know what I mean? Because some old people don't know how to use the internet. I'm not saying to scam old people. Don't be a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? Don't scam people. There's people out there that'll do that. Don't be one of those guys. But if it doesn't take that long to learn how to edit a video, bro, like 9 times out of 10, people just want some basic shit. Don't get me wrong, the whole fast plays, click this, and the zoom and the whoosh and that all that shit is cool and all that. But the real videos that actually teach people are videos like this. That just sit down and be like, hey bro, this is what you need to do, XYZ. But most people click off of it because it's not zoom brain rot shit that you can find on TikTok and all those other places. So learn how to edit some videos. Just somebody will pay you to just make them something simple. I know because I've done it. Like, I'll give you an example. I had to go shoot a fashion show that I found on Craigslist. They needed me that day. Fiverr works the same way. Upwork works the same way. They probably might not be local, but generally all these online freelancing accounts work the same way to help you get what you need to get done, right? So my Craigslist story. So my friend told me about Craigslist because I had never used it in the past because I had always heard bad things about it, right? Because people get stabbed, people get shot, people get robbed. I was personally robbed before trying to sell stuff, just in the same scenario again. So be safe out there. But it worked, and I ended up shooting this really big fashion show for these really big people, right? And that leads me to my next thing. Connections in doing this, bro. The connections are crazy. You don't realize this, but the fact that you're at rock bottom means you're at rock bottom. You can only go up. You can't fuck up anymore. You know what I mean? You fucked up. You're watching this video because you fucked up. Or you're just some kid that wants to figure some shit out. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? I was that kid. But we need to stop making excuses, bro. Like, I need you to get off your ass. If maybe you guys aren't completely dirt poor and you're doing what I was doing and watching videos, you're watching these videos and mentally masturbating about, oh yeah, I'm gonna go do that, and go, yeah, I'm gonna do that. But it's not until you actually do it and see how fucking simple it is, it almost becomes fun. Oddly enough, like it's kind of almost funny. Like, I don't want to disrespect any of my cool clients that I got out there, but it's almost funny to me sometimes that I could have been doing this way longer ago and have been made way more money. Because when you realize you have a skill, you know what I mean? You don't even have to be the greatest at that skill, but if you're willing to take the time out to learn with that skill, people recognize that. Like, a lot of people put a lot of this nasty taste in the mouth about internet money and things like that. But the truth is, you haven't. Real people that have done the internet thing love it so much because it's so much less stressful than the regular shit. Like, working a 9 to 5 sucks. You're working for somebody you don't like. This is why I didn't like working the 9 to 5. This is why I became a freelancer, and now I'm transitioning into creating my own personal brand. Is because this is so much better. I wake up and choose to do the things that I need to do. Like, if you really just sit there and tell yourself, I need to make $1,000 in less than a month, you will make $1,000 in less than a month. I gave you the steps. You can do it. As long as you have access to a phone, you can make captions, you can make a caption video. People are eating that shit up. Charge $5 a month. Do something ridiculous, bro. Do something ridiculous, and I guarantee you people will pay you for it. Especially here in New York. You know how many people are trying to start their brands right now and just pay somebody $5, $10 to just make them a quick video? Because people are starting to realize the importance of time. Time and money are not the same thing. Money gives you access to enjoying time, which you don't have a lot of. Money helps push a lot of that shit to the side. All right? But anyways, I went on a bit of a tangent. I apologize. So yeah, Fiverr, you're going to go say you're going to edit videos. I don't think people should be jumping into doing the whole SMMA shit. Really and truly, yes, it can work, but I don't think you should focus on trying to build somebody else's social media when you yourself can't build your own. Like, you don't know what it means to build a social media account. And there's a lot of people out there that are doing this. And that's okay. You know what I mean? But it feels, at least for me personally, I think it's kind of scammy, which is why I'm not trying to be on here and saying, look, you can make this amount of money doing this. And again, I can't emphasize this enough. It can work. It is a proven thing that people have done. But what a lot of people don't understand is that the people that are behind the cameras doing this thing, there's a lot of time that goes into shit like this. It's not just like the titles are clickbait, bro. We know they're clickbait. And if they got it done quickly, they paid somebody else to do it. You know what I'm saying? Which, again, ain't a bad thing. It's just how the world works. You get a lot of money, you can get a lot of your problems solved. It won't make you happy. It won't. But it'll solve a lot of the problems for you to get to a place where you need to think. Instead of just always thinking about, shit, I'm about to be broke. Again, money helps you go, shit, what can I do to make my life fulfilling? What can I do to give myself the space to think? People have not been able to think for so long. You're in that same place too. Right now, you're just like, fuck, I gotta make money. Fuck, I gotta make money. Fuck, I gotta make money. It's not a good place to be in. But if you follow these steps from the beginning to now, you'll have a grind. Okay? That is cutting it extremely low. I know you should be able to sell all the shit in your house and be able to make at least 3, but you made a grand. You know what I'm saying? With that grand, I'm going to tell you how you can possibly spend it. Possibly. All right? Again, this is me. I've gone online. There are several jobs that I've been able to find where I work for an hour, maybe 2, charge $300. So there you go. Boom. In one day, you can make $1,000 by doing 3 different jobs that are what you've learned on the computer. Just like that. And it's not impossible because I did it. I know you can do it. Everybody has a camera nowadays. Everybody can put their camera up and record a video nowadays. So that's how I would go from 0 to 3 grand in a month, realistically, figuring shit out. And don't just say you have to do it my way. I'm giving you the blueprints. But pretty much if you're at that beginning spot, your only way out of that hole, really and truly, to get money quickly is to sell everything you own. Once you get some capital, then you can diversify. You can go into like I said, I would recommend going into online money because online money allows you to be home and you just sit and stare at your computer screen and get shit done. That might not work for everybody, but that's just where the world is headed regardless, unless we have a huge fire sale and all the internet is gone tomorrow, which it can happen, but the likelihood of it's very slim to none. So, yep, if you like this video, go ahead and drop the like. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down button twice. Leave me a comment telling me what you thought, because I want to make more of these videos. I think they're helpful. They help me out. And yeah. See you guys in the next one.